Hey folks, Tactile here with a playthrough of the Megatech DLC for Astroneer. Welcome in. We're going to be playing through this on the SES Hardcore base that I featured in a previous video. If you're on PC and you're interested, you can check the link in the description and download the world for yourself to play through on here as well. First up, let's check the mission. Not that one. Large scale learning. Claim distribution launcher system anchor. There's a couple places you could claim this from, like your landing pad. But if you don't have a landing pad nearby, you might be on a planet that has one of your logistics depots set up, so you could always grab it from there instead. This is the DLS construction anchor. This is what's going to print our first megastructure, which is kind of the source of all the other megastructures. We're going to find a good spot for it where the hologram fits, and we're going to activate it. And then in this case, I have to vacate the area, and as soon as I do, it starts to deploy. Here's what the DLS is going to look like, but first we need to print it. We'll check our missions now. We're done with large scale learning. I should have read this to begin with. Recovered training module. Hi Astroneer name, I'm BP, your EXO training assistant. Welcome to the Interplanetary Megastructure Initiative. Let's get started. Please deploy the distribution launcher system, DLS, a safe distance away from your launch pad to begin this module. Okie dokie BP. Now we're on Print Sprint. Print distribution launcher system. Did you know the Mega Printer drones will print the distribution launcher system for you? It's true. To print the distribution launcher system, please attach the necessary resources to the Mega Printer platform for the Mega Printer drones to utilize. And here is what we're going to need to print the DLS. Since I have all my resources automated, I'm just going to print off some large canisters here and some other things that I'll need. You could use medium canisters as well. For this base, I just have to swap out an empty container with a full one here, and then the base will fill up the empty one on its own. We've got our materials here, so we're just going to load them onto the Mega Printer platform. The other thing that we're going to need here is power, so I just printed off a silo of RTGs, but you could definitely just extend your base power over there or set up some tappers generator situation. We'll plug this in and we are ready to print. One thing that I really like here is that we don't have to set the canisters to output for it to use the resources for the print, which really helps keep the platform clear and saves you a lot of time toggling canisters back and forth. So here's the DLS, And I'm going to take the power source and hook it over onto the DLS itself. We'll just check our missions here first. Ready to launch. Load a construction anchor into the DLS. It looks like your DLS is ready for use. Please choose a construction anchor and load it into the distribution launcher. So up front here we have the chambers holding the various megastructures. First up we have the intermodal terminal, and that's the one that's part of the free update as well as the DLC for interplanetary delivery. We got the biodome for some advanced farming. We got the museum, which is kind of what you pour all your extra stuff into to get some cool buffs. And we got an empty chamber next to us. That's going to be for the orbital platform. So after a few minutes, the batteries of the DLS will charge up and you can call up one of these anchors. I'm going to call it the museum. The orbital platform won't show up until you've already deployed another megastructure. So the DLS launches the anchor, and this is what's going to catch it. So we need to go grab a few materials for this and print it off. Excuse me there, that's my snails running out of food. So this printer in particular doesn't like silos, so you will have to put things directly onto it or use canisters for it to register the materials. We'll set that to print and we'll go grab some snail food. I have these farms set up so that you can just grab 2 of each of your snail's favorite food. That way you can get an hour out of them, and then the farms will just refill themselves and grow everything back. Our construction anchor landing pad is ready. We're going to grab that and deploy it. Doesn't really matter where. If you just want to build near your base, it's not a permanent structure, so you can move it around after. We'll call in our anchor now, and that will drop in right here on the landing pad. Now I'm just going to pick out a spot for it up on one of the towers and deploy it. I'll check the missions here. On to breaking ground, print the megastructure from your construction anchor. I see that you have successfully sent a megastructure construction anchor to a construction anchor landing pad location. Would you like assistance completing the module? Select yes. No problem. Please deploy the construction anchor in a pleasing location. Then print your desired megastructure using the mega printer drones. Sounds easy enough. As you can see, the recipes are getting bigger now, so I'm going to go print some more canisters and grab the other resources that we need. I grabbed the resources and a power source, and we're going to go ahead and print it off. This one takes a little bit longer than DLS did. And here is the museum. Now, we're not really going to spend any time on this megastructure. I honestly want to get right onto the orbital platform, and we just needed to print off another megastructure before we can do that. Museum, a megastructure that provides rewards in exchange for donations of resource nuggets, power, bytes, and seeds. The advanced model of the museum also allows Astroneers to display collections of items in themed groups for rewards. Draws power while activated. This is what they mean by more advanced museum. You can upgrade it from the mega printer that printed it to begin with. Finishing the first mega structure after the DLS unlocks a whole slew of quests here that have to do with each of the mega structures in particular. We're not going to get into those right now either. We'll go through those as we do each building itself. When we head back over to the DLS, that canister that was empty before, where the orbital would have been, is full now, and we can call that out. This acts a little bit differently than the other anchors. This one's going to pop right out of the DLS itself here, and then you just take it to where you want to set it up. That's going to do it for part 1. In part 2, we'll start working on the orbital platform and work through the progression on that and see what kind of fancy stuff they have in store for us. So thanks again for joining me, and we will see you in the next part.